Hindi ko alam kung bakit yung focus na mahirap eh.
Okay, 3 goals I want next year. To strengthen, to improve, and to have year-long initiatives. These will ensure project success and member growth. What will the projects be without the events department? And what will the organization be without the events department? Good evening, everyone. I am Jean C. and I am running for your next Vice President for events. Okay. First, the events department. We are the umbrella arm of the organization, and we are connected to all the different committees and departments in training the members. We serve as a training ground of the members in terms of project management and events management. As an AVP this year, I have seen problems in the organization, not only with my department, but also with the force officers and the members. Which leads to my vision for next year. My vision for next year is that as projects grow bigger and develop further, I want to ensure that the members will also grow with the projects. I want to ensure simultaneous growth with the members and the projects. So, in order for me to achieve my vision, I want to first strengthen the events department, second, improve the involvement of the force officers, and third, have year-long initiatives focused on the growth of the members. First, strengthening the events department. One problem I noticed with the events department as an AVP this year is that we lack communication. Next year, I plan on having events training day and planning seminar with my AVPs. Here, we will clarify the role of the AVP specifically in the department, in their project, and our role as a department in the organization. Here, we will discuss our goals for next year, our plans, and what we want to improve as a department next year. Second, I want to have monthly meetings with my AVPs. This is to ensure that we are updated with what's happening in each other's projects, and we can ensure that our initiatives will push through for the year. And lastly, I want to introduce a new GA system for the members next year. The GA system will be one big room instead of one room per committee. So in that room, all the committees will be presenting, and this gives the members more opportunity to learn more about the different committees, not just limited to 2. So after the GA, the briefing, there's going to be a breakout session where they will meet their committee heads already. And this is to make the GAs more productive and more effective compared to the ones last year. And I want the GAs to be something that the members will want to go to because they want to learn and go to the department that they want to. Second, I want to improve the involvement and leadership of the force officers. So, as early as the discernment talk, I want to make sure that the force officers know what kind of job they are getting into. This year, the problem with the force officers is that they got burnt out really easily, and I feel like it's because they didn't know what kind of job the force officer does compared to a member. So, in the discernment talk, I want them to fully understand what a force officer does in the department as the leader of the organization. Second, I want committee boot camps before force application so that they can learn more about the different committees that they are interested in applying for. Third will be project head applications, project head interviews, and project head trainings care of the events department. And last is a restructured leadership training seminar where we will focus on leading the force officers to be leaders of the organization, since they are the ones who are meeting the subcore first, and they will be the one working like hand in hand with subcore in next year. The leadership training seminar will serve as their training for the next year. So lastly, year-long initiatives for the growth of the members. I want to focus on the growth of the members also. And as in the events department, we don't just focus on the growth of the events, but also of the members. And first, I want a red book. So this will serve as a guidebook and also as a newsletter. And then the events workshop, 2 events workshops. And lastly, the members' database to give more opportunity for the force officers to grow in the organization. So why me? So I've been active in AJMA. I've been in AJMA ever since I was first year, and I worked as a force officer, a member, and now as an AVP. And I gave so much to AJMA, and I experienced so much. And now, if I'm elected for events VP, I feel like my experience, my capabilities, and my skills will help me achieve my vision and make the change I want in AJMA. So once again, I am Jean C. and I am running for your VP for events next year.
Given that your vision for the organization is that the members grow simultaneously with the members, as events VP, with the project, as events VP, and given your platform, how do you plan on doing this next year? Given that your platform is heavy on events initiatives rather than HR.
Okay, so my platform focuses mostly on events, initiatives, and how we want to train the members. And I feel like as early as summer when we have leadership training seminars or even the events training during the first semester, this will train the members and even make them closer and feel more welcome in the organization. And I want them to learn more about what it's like in the organization. And also, I want the members to feel like they are growing in the organization from what they are learning.
Describe what it takes to be an events VP, describe yourself, and how do you plan on doing it?
Okay, so for an events VP, you really have to be passionate about your work. You really have to know what you're doing and know your projects well. Right now, I'm an AVP for events, and I can say that I have enough experience for me to become events VP. I worked for Shindig, for Marketing Camp, and for AJMA Week. And in my past 3 years in AJMA, I have also worked for other projects like Rec Week and also for AIMS. So I feel like right now is the time for me to step up and go for what I really want, which is to become events VP.
Hi, Jane. So basically, in my view kasi, if pinagsama kayong dalawa ni Benny, you guys would be the perfect events VP. Kasi one is very malakas sa motivation but mahina sa details. But one is medyo mahina sa motivation but malakas sa details. So, given that you guys are opposites, why do you think should we pick you over the motivation but little on details?
Okay, so this year, I'm an events AVP, and working in the events department, I've learned a lot. I've learned how the events department works, and I've learned what really happens inside the department, and I think this is something I have over Bene for next year. And since the description for me is that I don't really motivate people, but I'm more in the details, but this is something that I can work on next year if elected for VP.
My question is towards the LTS. If you want to reinvent the format of the LTS, let's say you were given this question, like where do you think the LTS should focus on? As in, you just have to choose one. Di pwede yung, I choose two. Di pwede yun. The bonding. Kasi diba, like for example, right now, the force officers members and non-members can apply for force officers. So would you choose to focus on the bonding or establishing the code, or establishing the technicalities? Like, kasi a lot of the things you said dun sa LTS, about the LTS was parang teaching them how to reserve venue, etc. More of the technical stuff. So, if you have to choose, kasi LTS is also bonding at some point, diba? Which would you prioritize and why?
For the LTS, I would prioritize the technical things and learning more on how to lead the team, because you can, as sports, you can plan more events or more bondings that's not technically like LTS. Like the LTS is focused mostly on training them to be leaders, and you can just plan something that can make the force more bonded, like something else aside from LTS.
Okay, so do you really think that one of the biggest problems we have this year is the lack of number of force members or the lack of trained and capable force members? Because as HR, I've been receiving that some officers are quote-unquote dead weight. So that's the first question. The second question is, how do you provide a solution to this?
I think the problem this year is not just there are lesser force officers, but also most of the force officers this year are new and they're inexperienced. So, sorry, what's the second question?
How would you provide a solution?
Okay, so next year I want to I want to accept more force officers. Right now, we have 90 force officers, and when I was force, we were 120. So I feel like it was better when we were a lot in force because we really needed more manpower in planning the project. So next year, I plan on accepting more force officers.
Stop na siya. No more What is something new that you can offer the events department next year, aka what sets you apart from all the past years?
So the way I will be, like my leadership style next year will really depend on the problems of the organization or like how the organization culture will be. So next year, I want to have a planning seminar for each project, and this plansem will really help the core team in learning more about what the project really is and what happens in that project. Because this, like during the first meeting of core teams, it's usually just a briefing care of the events department, and this plansem will serve as their first ever bonding also, and it's really important that you focus on the bonding of the team to have a good work environment.
Okay, nice.